What's good, YouTube? And welcome to a very interesting market watch where cards are going in a lot of different directions and cards I didn't expect are going up. But first we're going to start with the obvious fire in the room. Bonfire is a $115 card about right now. This is absolutely nuts. You had about 6 hours to get it under pre-sale prices significantly before it went to $83. And if you use code What's Good 5 for 5% off and to support the channel directly over on Gamer's Choice, about the same price after taxes on TCG Player. So then you have 3 days before it really starts to go up above pre-sales, and now here we are with the collector rare towards 300. I think that's pretty crazy, but usually there is a 2 to 3 times multiplier on the top version of a card, so I see why people are going after this, because if anything did happen to Bonfire, then the top version is likely to dig its heels in the sand a bit better, but this is getting out of control. You do have other good cards in the set, which is why the sealed is doing so well. You do have triple tactic thrust short printed in here, being $40. I thought it would be $30 non-short, so this is actually not as bad as I thought it would be. Then transaction rollbacks around 36 right now. But to break down the math, there's 11 ultras per box. Bonfire is going to be so cheap. I thought it would be 65. I was wrong too. But with the old ratio, you have 3.6 of each 10 different ultra rares per case pulled on average between the 36 you would get. Now you get 48 ultra rares on average from the case if the collector rare didn't replace one of them, and then you divide that by 11 different ultras, not counting for the short print thrust and the others going other places. That's around 4.36 average. Let's up that to 4.5, throwing the shorts in other directions. So yeah, it's not the most in the world, and then clumping is still a thing. You're still going to see some cases be way better than others in variants. That's where we're at with this set, and Bonfire and multiple top decks way up there. Now on the less boring cards, we have Zolkin, super rare, going crazy out of Dimension of Chaos. Please remember, this is an EU exclusive special edition, so it's going to look really wild on the US market, where we have Clash of Rebellions, another super rare right next to it. The ultra rare still is really big money, and people are talking about this for Virtual World. As I understand it, it is a rogue deck that has been left behind for most part, but still can really punch up at a locals and take games. Salmon Great Raging Phoenix is way up in price over time. You can see this month, even it had the buyout. I thought it would cool down a bit more. It started to, but then it really stopped, dug its heels in the sand, and Legendary Duelist Soul Burning Volcano is starting to go back up away from that clearance rack that it was during the holidays. I know a lot of people got like $18 boxes of this as vendors tried to get rid of it, and you can see on the graph, even on TCG Player, where they're taking fees and all that, they were selling it for $30 at a loss, and here it comes back up as fire deck's good now, it's burning. Diviner of the Herald is going way crazier than I thought it would for a Voiceless Voice. I've seen Pack talking a lot about it, so maybe a bit of the Pack tax there, but seriously, this card on its own merit with the ritual good stuff is going wild, and the OG version is pulling a good bit ahead of that prismatic secret rare out of the 10s, and not many people want to open these 2022 10s. They are struggling and suffering, so don't expect an influx of them to really push this 10 up from just one card being good in it. Dark Corridor, I don't really know why this is going up, and I don't often say I would definitely buy something on Market Watch, but there is one card I would be getting pretty darn soon if I was interested in it, and that's the quarter century secret rare Dark Corridor, which has only been coming down and is now towards $30, where the regular secret rare is $8. If I was still vendor man, I wouldn't have shown this on Market Watch. I would have bought this myself. So use that TCG Player link in the description down below, costing you nothing extra. Support the channel directly for the cards you'd already be buying. And also let me know what this is good for, because I'm kind of blanking on it. I remember it's good for multiple decks. But yeah, this is really going up once again, and people are actually giving it a very solid sales rate, and it just continues to climb, and the quarter century secret rares left in the dust. So it tells me it's duelists that just do want to use it, but the math doesn't make sense for this way harder to get version and nice looking version of it. Closed Force is an interesting one. People are talking about this for both modern and past formats in order to lock out field spells. Back to old rules, one field spell and you can't take mine out. Yeah, that's pretty much all this does. It does help beast type monsters, but neither player can activate field spell cards. Looks like it's actually a little bit of a tech here in modern as well as past. The main actual uppage out of Valiant Smashers is starting to become the Monica. This is just going wild. Like, look at the collector rares. They're going even lower on listings, up in price, and the ultra rare is starting to come up. This feels a lot like how Rika started out way low and went up over time. With the new support, people are buying in huge to this. And yeah, they did buy into the other archetypes, but this is by far proportionally going up even further now. Rarity collection. Now, this isn't the boring buy your staples speech. I would actually think about having this box sealed if you're interested in it. Now, Konami can print an unlimited wave anytime, kind of like how they printed these extra boxes. But with Rarity Collection 2 coming, a lot of people are going to grab back for the old seal, do the comparison videos. Yeah, that actually eats stuff off the market. Remember Battles of Legend Armageddon and how it was actually YouTubers ripping that open en masse that caused it to spike up? Hey, YouTubers can affect the market and it not just be market man. But when it comes down to it, people will go back for the first product, and this one is a very good one, and all the cards are different, meaning people will also be going back for other cards to mix and match and go for those. So not just the staples. I think about what you want from this set, because people will be going back to match rarities, match cards, do lore binders. There's a lot in here. SP Little Knight is reaching new heights towards $130. This is wild, and I did mention that event cap has been gone for a while, and with events back, we were eventually going to feel it. People want to play multiple SP Little Knights. It's in pretty much everything, and here it starts to go up for the WCQ season. However, estimated value pulled in the set, the wanted engine is coming down. You don't have to play this in the fire decks. Some fire decks will definitely want to, but here it goes down in price significantly from 120 towards just under $100, with multiple available for sale in that range. Let me know why you think this is going down. I've heard a lot of reasons like, well, you don't have to play it. Well, people are giving up after seeing Bonfire's price and getting rid of these copies instead of buying in. Let me know what you think. I'm also hearing OTS Ultimate Fears. That one doesn't make as much sense to me. While there could be a higher rarity and you'd get rid of it for it, like, that doesn't usually affect the price all that much, and I don't think that's why it would be dumped. Kashtira Riseheart is rising back up in price as Kashtira proves it can do a little something still, and you play this in multiple Fire Warrior decks as he is a Fire Warrior, and people forget that a lot. And finally, for the past format, Scrapyard is spiking up in price for Tengu Plant as people can play scraps. That's not the deck I would personally be playing, but be aware, only one printing still never got reprinted even with all the new scrap support. And Karakuri Merchant, another Star Strike Blast, strikes the market with it going up and out in price. Karakuris are very viable, and now there's no near mint, so if you want to put a near mint on the market, you'd be the only one right now. Seriously, give these like some OTS treatment. Like, if you're gonna do a card, make it common, make it easy for a while. These would make a lot of sense with you, especially doing Time Wizard format for YCS huge events, Konami. Thanks for watching today's Market Watch. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the conversation. Trying to keep it quick today while also going through a lot of things that I find truly interesting.